the mechanical translational to force to voltage analogous and force to current analogous. Okay, and we have seen about torque to voltage analogous and torque to current analogous system. Yes. So after this, we are going to see here block diagram reduction techniques. Okay, block diagram reduction techniques. So take an example, the control system we have know may consist of a number of components here. So to know the performance of each component or functions performed by each components, we commonly used a diagram, we call it as a block diagram. Here a block diagram of a system. So it is a pictorial representation, we can say. A pictorial representation of a function performed by each components here and the flow of signals. Okay, say for example, you all doing your mini project, right? Here, first what will you do? You create a block diagram for your project. Here, and you'll mark the direction of flow of your functions of each component. Say for example, your first components is a power source. Okay, there may be AC source or DC source. Clear? First component is a power source. So from power source to which component it has to be connected. Clear? So before getting to the real-time implementation or any system creation, or before getting to the simulation work, first we'll create a system and form a system and we'll mark the flow of the function of each component. Okay, that is what our block diagram. Clear? So there are certain elements which is available in block diagram. So that is called the elements of block diagrams are the elements of block diagram. Okay, first consider a block, any block. Yeah, any block which is available in your pictorial representation. Yeah, and branch point and the summing point. Okay, branch point and summing point. Okay, let's see one by one what is block. Here, say for example, any system consider any system. Okay, that is here. We can say transfer function is g of s. A transfer function g of s, or system gain g of s. Okay, here it is our input A and output B. Clear? So what should be our output? B equal to, it is the product of your system gain or transfer function with your input. Is A into G of S. So our output or response of the system B equal to our input with the system gain. Here, so in a block diagram, all the system variables are linked through the functional blocks. Here, the functional block are simply a block for the mathematical operations on the input signal. Okay, to the which produce the output. Okay, the transfer function of the components usually enter into the corresponding block. Okay, which are connected with arrows. This is the direction of flow. Arrow marks indicates that the direction of flow. Your input is to the transfer function of system gain, and we will get the response from the system gain, B equal to the product of both system gain and your input. Clear? So arrow mark is more important here. That is what your block. And next one is summing point. Summing point. Clear? So the name itself we have, we could understand it is a summing point. Say for example, if we have more than one input to the system. Clear? Or otherwise, if you are taking feedback from your output, and that output will be compared with your actual output with the reference output. If for that, what we need the summing point. Okay, or the summing point, or we can say the another name of summing point is comparator or error detector. Okay, so the summing points are used to add two or more signals in the system. Add two or more signals in the system. Clear? So that can be represented as say for example, so this is one of the input and this is another input to the system. Clear? So here we have input with the sign, one input with a positive sign and another input with negative sign. So say for example, this is input A and this is input B. So what is our output from the summing point? A is positive and B is negative. So A minus B. Clear? If both are positive, clear? This point, okay, we can say it is a negative feedback system because the sign indicates that it is a negative sign. So it is negative feedback system. So if you have both positive, one input, the actual input is positive, and the feedback or another input is positive, okay, we'll get an output here as A plus B. Okay, the output from the summing point will be vary according to the input given in the summing point or comparator. Clear? And plus or minus sign at each arrowhead indicates whether the signal is to be added or subtracted. Clear? This is what the function of summing point. Okay, forget about this one. Okay, if you want to indicate A plus B, draw a separate diagram. A and B, and the response is A plus B. Okay, this is your positive feedback system. Okay, and next one is branch point. Branch point. So for a branch point, a point from which the signal from a block goes concurrently to the other block. You want to connect, or in your electrical terms you might have studied about a tapping of a transformer. Here, say for example, you're in a circuit. Here, you have a connection of you have connected a power source with a resistive element. Here, so you need to connect the same power source to some other element, say another inductive element or a capacitor element. Clear? At that time, what will you do? you'll tap in your wire from the power source to the another component. Yes or no? You see the diagrammatical representation. Consider one input is going to the any system gain G here, and our output is B here. Here. So if you want to give the same input to another system, here, so same input to another system, A can be given to any other system. Okay, this point we call it as a branch point. So this point we call it as branch point. This point we call it as a branch point. Okay, what's our output here? B equal to AG. B equal to AG. So this is what the blocks which is available in your the elements of block diagram. Okay, summing point, branch point, and blocks. Okay, the blocks is the diagrammatical representation of a system, and summing point is the addition of more than two or more than one signals here, and branch point is the same signal given to more than one system. That we call it as a branch point. So in a block diagram reduction techniques, we have certain rules to be followed, okay, to reduce the block diagram to get the final outcome of the system. So consider a block diagram which has more than number of branches available in a given system. You are asked to reduce this block diagram to a single system. Clear? In this case, what will you do? You'll start reduce the diagram one by one. So what are the combinations we can then clear? So how many gains are there? System gain are there? Okay, your objective is to create a single system from all the branches into a single branch. Finally, the answer or your output should consist only a single system gain. Clear? To reduce the block diagram, we have certain rules to be followed. That combination of block diagram that may be in a series connections or parallel connections. Okay, there may be more than one input to the system, and there may be more system branches or system gains for the single input. Clear that? If it is in series combination, how you can reduce into a single block. Okay, if it is a parallel combination, how you can reduce into a single block. Clear? If there is a branch point, okay, to convert that into a single system, what are the rules to be followed, and how we can reduce that. Okay, that is what we are going to see here. First, we will see the combining the blocks in cascade or series connections. First, rule 1. Please make a note. The rules of block diagram reduction, rules of block diagram algebra. Block diagram reduction techniques. Okay, so actually in our syllabus we have no separate topic of block diagram reduction techniques. Okay, what we have is, so from that block diagram block diagram reduction or block diagram, you have to convert that into a signal flow graph. Okay, signal flow, from that signal flow graph you have to reduce the or find the system gain by using some formula. Okay, if we directly get into that topic, you wouldn't understand what do you mean by block diagram reduction techniques. Once you understand the block diagram reduction techniques, that is easy to solve the problem in signal flow graph. Okay, please do listen carefully and note down all the rules available in the block diagram reduction techniques. First rule number 1. Okay, it is a combining of a cascade combination. Cascaded combination. Okay, so cascaded means it is a series connection of more than one system. So I have G1. Okay, G1. The input of G1 is A. Okay, and I have another system gain as G2. Here and our output. So what will be the output of G1? Input to G2. It is a product of the input and system gain 1. Am I right? So the input of G2 is A G1. The product of A and G1 will be given to our G2. Am I right? And then the final output is A into G1 G2. Okay, this is what the actual flow of signals in a cascaded system. But how we can reduce that? How we can reduce that is we can redraw this block diagram into a single block by G1 G2 A. The output is A into G1 G2. Yeah. So now you can understand that the separate blocks have been stringed into a single block, has been constructed into a single block. Okay, if it is a series combination, that can be directly multiplied by each other to get a single block. Okay, this is rule number 1. And rule number 2, if you have parallel blocks or combining feedback which is available in your blocks. Rule number 2, combining of parallel blocks or feed forward paths. So here you have G1 and G2. Okay, that can be added with the comparator. Okay, the signal to the comparator is both are positive. So arrow mark is more important here. Okay, the direction of flow is more important here. Yeah. So what should be the output from G2? It is A into G2. Am I right? A into G2. But here the output is A into G1. The same A is given as an input to the G1. So the output of G1 is the product of input A and system gain AG1, and here A into G2 AG2. So these two inputs are given to your summing point or comparator or your detector. Okay, since both are positive, these two inputs are added together. Yeah. So the final output is A G1 plus A into G2. Yeah, because we have both positive here. So this for sign of this input is positive, and the sign of this input is also a positive. Yeah. So the AG1 plus A into G2. So here the common term is A. So I can take it outside, and I have G1 plus G2. G1 plus G2. Clear? Now how I can redraw this diagram? It is G1 plus G2 into A. So my output will be A into G1 plus G2. Is that fine for you all? Is that clear to you all? So if you have a parallel combination, okay, if you are in the situation to reduce the parallel combination, how you can reduce and how you can write the system equation. After reducing the system equation, you can add both the blocks G1 plus G2 into the input of the block. Clear? A into G1 plus G2. We can draw it in a single block. Clear? And rule number 3. And rule number 3. Okay, and consider you are in the situation to move the branch point ahead of the block. Okay, you have a branch point here. Branch point, as we all know, what we have seen in the A into G1 or G. A into G. So this is our branch point A. Branch point A. Here, or otherwise you have branch point here. Branch point here is AG. Okay, you are in the situation to reduce this branch point. So you are in the situation to move this branch point. First we'll see ahead of the so this is our branch point. Okay, you are in the situation to move this branch point to ahead. Okay, here. So in that case, how you can redraw? Yeah. So it is 1 by G. 1 by G. Okay, so try to simplify this block. Okay, you have AG and 1 by G. What will be the output? Please tell me what will be the output of this system. It is the product of input and the system gain. Am I right? So the AG into 1 by G. Am I right? So AG into 1 by G. So GG will get cancelled. You will have only A. Okay, can you understand what I am telling? Okay, so AG into 1 by G. Okay, the output of this system is the product of input and system gain. AG into 1 by G. Okay, AG into 1 by G. So GG will get cancelled. We'll have A alone. Okay, without changing the system arrangement, we need to reduce the diagram. Clear? So what do you have taken? What do you have moved from ahead? A branch point is A. Here, when you are changing a branch point to ahead, okay, our system gain should not be changed. Am I right? So when you are changing this A to the right hand side, here, after changing, it should have our same input. Here, so when you are changing this, okay, AG will become here, and if you divide by G, 1 by G, you will get the same system input as A. Clear? Any doubt on this? This is one of the rule. Clear? So in your block diagram, you are in the situation to move your branch point ahead. This is what the rule. After moving a branch point, okay, you have to add the division of 1 by G there. Include 1 by G there. Clear? This is what rule number 3. And rule number 4, move the branch point before the block. Move the branch point before the block. Okay, let's consider this is vice versa. Okay, we have G here and A, output is AG. So our branch point is here is AG. Okay, so we have to move this branch point to before the block. Before this block, this case what we can do? So in this case, G, and you are moving here, multiply R G. Multiply R G, because so what should be our output? So this output should not change, right? When you are moving a branch point before a block, okay, this output of a branch point should not be changed. Okay, now check this output of this point. You will get same AG here. You will get same AG there. Clear? So there are 2 points to be noted. When you are moving your branch point ahead, you have to include divide 1 by G there, and you want to move your branch point before the block, multiply with your system gain G. Yeah, this is rule number 4. Here, so we have seen about blocks and branch points. Okay, and we have a summing point. Clear? The rule number 5 is about a summing point. Rule number 5 is about moving a summing point ahead of the block. Here, consider how this is A, and this is B. Okay, both are positive. The output of summing point is A plus B. Here you are giving this A plus B to the system G. Okay, what's your output now? It is A plus B into G. Am I right? A plus B into G. Am I right? It is the product of input to the system gain. And when you are moving this summing point, after this block, because this is what rule number 5, moving the summing point ahead of the block. So here the block is G, so we are going to move this summing point ahead to the block. Clear? So if you change or bring your summing point ahead of the block, this is AG. Yeah, now check your output. What will be the output of this term, this point? What will be the output of this point? AG. AG plus BG. AG plus BG. So G is common here. I'll take outside. That is G into A plus B. So now check the response of both the terms. So here also I have A plus B into G, and I will get the same response from this block, G into A plus B. So without changing the output, you can modify the block. Okay. For changing the block without changes in output, what are the terms and how we can modify the system gain, how we can include the system gain. Here, so the input here we have two inputs, A and B. The output of summing point is A plus B, so it should be given to the system. The output of this system is A plus B into G. Okay, when you are moving this summing point ahead of the block, okay, so now we have moved our summing point after a block. Okay, after a block, you have to multiply for both the inputs with the G. Okay, when you are taking output of that system, the response should not be changed for both the systems. Okay, this is rule number 5. Here, and rule number 6, the moving your summing point before the block. Okay, have you copied this? Finish? Yes. Rule number 6, move the summing point before the block. Before the block. So consider so here the output is AG, here the output is B here, and the output of the whole system is AG plus B. Okay, when you are moving this summing point before the block, need to bring this summing point before the block. So first, isn't it a division? B by G. Okay, the output of this summing point is A into AB by, sorry, A plus B by G. A plus B by G. Okay, which will be given to the system gain G. Okay, what will be the final output? It is G into A plus B by G. Okay, multiply this G inside. AG plus G into B by G. Okay, this G get cancelled. We'll have AG plus B. Okay. Check the response of both the systems. So here also it is AG plus B. Okay, when you are changing this summing point before the block, okay, you have included 1 by G there. Okay, you have brought this block after the, before the blocks, this summing point before the blocks. Okay, what you have done? You have included 1 by G in one input here, and this G comes there. Okay, your final response is without affecting AG plus B. We have changed our summing point. This is rule number 6. Here and rule number 7, interchanging of summing point. Interchanging of summing point. Here you have two summing points. Okay, you are in the situation to interchange that summing point. While interchanging, provider or a response should not be affected. Okay, that we need to ensure. Here, consider A and B. Okay, the response is A plus B here, and we have another summing point plus and plus. Here I have input as C, or let's take this is our negative feedback system, minus C. Minus C. So what will the final response? This is a positive and this is negative. So can we have A plus B minus C? A plus B minus C. Here now, without affecting this response, we need to interchange the blocks. We need to interchange the blocks. Here, if you interchange this, So the response is A minus C, and I have another. This would be B. Okay, what is our final response? A minus C plus B. Okay, the same equation. Here it is A plus B minus C, and here also A plus B minus C. We are interchanging of summing point. Here and rule number 8. Okay, we are in the situation to splitting the summing points. Okay, consider your a summing point is having more than one or more than two inputs. Okay, we are in need to split that summing point. Yeah. So let's see how we can splitting the summing point. Here, let's consider this is A and this is B. Okay, and here it is C. So A and B are positive and C is negative. So what's our response? A plus B minus C. Clear? Now I want to split this summing points. Okay, so I want to split this into a C as a separate input and A input. Okay, how I can do is this is A and this is B. Yeah, and this input is going to be include another summing point. So here the input is A plus B minus C has to be included here. The output is A plus B minus C. Okay, as simple as that. Yeah. So for a 3 input in a single summing point, I have splitted into 2 input alone separately and 1 input separately. So this was the rule to be followed when you are splitting a summing point. Clear? And the reverse operation when you are combining a summing point. Okay, we have seen the interchanging of summing points and splitting of summing point. Okay, and rule number 9 is the combining of 2 summing points. So consider you have 2 separate summing points. We are going to combine these 2 into a single summing point. Okay, for that what we need to do? Rule number 9. Combining the 2 summing points. Okay, for combining we have no difficult rules. Okay, you just redraw this in a reverse order. Okay, this will be from here and this will come here. For combining a summing point. Okay, so we have no sign changes there. Clear? No sign change order. And rule number 10, okay, as we have seen the positive feedback system and negative feedback system, here the elimination of negative feedback loop. While eliminating a negative feedback loop, what you can do? That is so only a 2 points more. So with this 2 points we will wind up today's class. Okay, only a 2 point more. Elimination of negative feedback loop. Rule number 10. Elimination of negative feedback loop. Elimination of negative feedback loop. Okay, say for example, you have plus and minus. Here our input is R. Here this will be going to G. Here that's going to be our the final response as C. Here I have negative feedback system as negative feedback loop H. Here R. So here the input is same C as an input to H, a feedback loop. Okay, the output of feedback loop is H into C. So here I have C, and the output of summing point is R minus HC. R minus HC. So the output of system gain is R minus HC into G. The product of system gain, R minus CH into G. So that's our final response. Here, how we can reduce this diagram? So here C equal to G into R minus H into C. R minus H into C into G. So multiply G inside, C equal to RG minus G into HC. Here, so bring this term to this side. RG equal to, you can write C plus G into H into C. So RG equal to, C is common term, take it outside, 1 plus G into H. 1 plus G into H. Okay, if you find C by R, why we are writing C by R? C is output, R is an input, the ratio of output to the input. This is what our transfer function. Am I right? So C by R equal to, how we can write? G divided by 1 plus G into H. Okay. How we can represent this term into a block diagram representation? Our input is R. System gain is G divided by 1 plus GH. Response output is C. Okay, when you are eliminating your negative feedback system, you will get R into G divided by 1 plus G into H. Okay, so for a negative feedback system, this is what your system gain. Negative feedback system, this is for negative feedback. Here for a positive feedback system, you will get G by 1 minus G into H. We have a separate proof for that. So for a positive feedback system, that is your rule number 11, the elimination of positive feedback system. Okay, consider we have AMC H here. Okay, for a positive feedback system, you will get R G divided by 1 minus GH into C. So this is what the elimination of positive feedback system. Okay, if it is a positive feedback system, in a denominator part you will have G by 1 minus G into H. For a positive feedback system, here the sign is negative. Here for a negative feedback system, here the sign is positive. G by 1 plus G into H. Okay, that's all we'll wind up our today's class. With this, we'll stop our today's class. So while coming to the next class, you all please go through the rules to be followed while reducing a block diagram. Yeah, please go through that and come. Yeah, thank you all. See you next class.
Thank you, sir. Result analysis